The air crackled with anticipation. The crowd roared. Donald J. Trump was back. The Republican National Convention was more than a political event. It was a resurrection.
Days earlier, an assassination attempt had left the nation reeling. Trump, however, emerged defiant, a white bandage a stark reminder of the attack. His entrance was a spectacle, a carefully orchestrated display of strength and resilience. Lee Greenwood's "God Bless the USA" filled the arena, its patriotic fervor electrifying the crowd. This was Trump's night, a triumphant return to the political stage.
The crowd chanted his name, a chorus of adoration. Trump, visibly moved by the outpouring of support, soaked it in. This was his base, his people, united in their unwavering belief in him. He was their champion, and he was back to reclaim his mantle. The energy in the room was palpable, a potent mix of fear, anger, and unwavering hope.
The convention laid bare the deep divisions that fractured the nation. America in 2024 was a nation at odds with itself, a nation grappling with its identity. On one side stood the Republicans, a party transformed, molded in Trump's image. They saw him as a savior, a bulwark against the forces they believed were eroding the very fabric of America.
On the other side stood the Democrats, a party struggling to find its footing in a world turned upside down. The Republican Party, once a bastion of traditional values and fiscal conservatism, had become the party of Trump. His brand of populism, his disdain for the establishment, his fiery rhetoric had captivated a significant portion of the electorate. The Democrats, meanwhile, grappled with the rise of Trumpism, struggling to understand its appeal, its staying power. The 2024 election was shaping up to be more than a contest for the presidency. It was a battle for the soul of America.
The assassination attempt hung over the convention like a specter, a chilling reminder of the volatility that had come to define American politics. The attack, which claimed the life of a Secret Service agent, had shaken the nation to its core. It was a stark illustration of the deep-seated anger and division that permeated society. The assailant, a lone wolf driven by extremist beliefs, remained a mystery, his motives shrouded in uncertainty.
The attack on Trump had a profound impact on the convention and the Republican Party. It galvanized his supporters, fueling their belief that he was under attack by sinister forces. The narrative of a deep state conspiracy against Trump, already pervasive among his base, gained further traction. The attack, rather than silencing Trump, had amplified his message, making him a martyr in the eyes of his followers.
Despite the shadow of violence, the convention proceeded with an air of defiance. The Republican Party, united behind their nominee, formally nominated Donald J. Trump for a third time. The nomination was met with thunderous applause, a testament to Trump's enduring hold on the party. He remained a polarizing figure, but within the Republican Party, his grip was ironclad.
The road ahead for Trump was fraught with challenges. The assassination attempt had heightened security concerns, casting a pall over the campaign. The Democrats, though internally divided, were united in their opposition to Trump. The media, which Trump had long vilified, remained skeptical of his every move. Yet, despite these obstacles, Trump remained undeterred. He thrived on adversity, drawing strength from the very forces that sought to undermine him.
Section 5. A softer touch. The Republican National Convention was not just a display of Trumpian strength, it was a carefully crafted message to the American people. The party, aware of Trump's polarizing image, sought to soften his edges, to present a more inclusive and compassionate side. There was a conscious effort to showcase diversity within the party, to appeal to demographics beyond Trump's core base. The convention featured a diverse lineup of speakers, each sharing their personal stories, their struggles, their hopes for a better America. Single mothers, blue-collar workers, veterans, minorities, all had a voice on the RNC stage. The message was clear. This was not just Trump's party. It was the party of the American people. The convention was an attempt to rebrand Trump, to repackage his message for a wider audience. Section 6. The People's Champion. Central to the Republican message was the narrative of Trump as the people's champion, a fighter for the forgotten men and women of America. The convention hammered home this theme, portraying Trump as a man of the people, a billionaire who understood the struggles of everyday Americans. They pointed to his economic policies, his tax cuts, his deregulation efforts, as evidence of his commitment to the working class. Trump's appeal, they argued, transcended traditional political divides. He was a man who spoke his mind, who challenged the status quo, who wasn't afraid to fight for what he believed in. He was a disruptor, a force of nature who had shaken up the Washington establishment. He was, in their eyes, the only one who could make America great again. Section 7. Biden's response. The Democratic response to the Republican National Convention was swift and predictable. They denounced Trump's rhetoric as dangerous and divisive, accusing him of exploiting the nation's fears for political gain. They pointed to the increase in hate crimes, the rise of white supremacy, the erosion of democratic norms as evidence of Trump's detrimental impact on American society. President Biden, in a televised address from the Oval Office, called for unity and healing. He urged Americans to reject the politics of fear and division, to embrace the values of tolerance and compassion that had long defined the nation. He acknowledged the very real challenges facing the country, the pandemic, the economic uncertainty, the social unrest, but insisted that America was stronger together. Section 8. The road ahead. The Republican National Convention marked the beginning of the final sprint to Election Day. With the candidates formally nominated, the battle lines were drawn. The nation braced itself for a brutal campaign, one that would test the very fabric of American democracy. The stakes had never been higher. The campaign trail in 2024 was unlike any other. The pandemic had upended traditional campaigning, forcing candidates to rely on virtual rallies and social media to reach voters. The threat of violence, ever present since the assassination attempt on Trump, added another layer of complexity to the race. Section 9. A nation's fate. As Election Day approached, the nation held its breath. The future of American democracy hung in the balance. The choice before the voters was stark: a continuation of the Trump era or a return to a more traditional form of governance. The outcome of the election would have profound implications for the country and the world for generations to come. The 2024 election was more than a contest between two candidates. It was a referendum on the very soul of America. It was a battle between two visions of America, two fundamentally different understandings of what it meant to be an American. The eyes of the world were on America, watching and waiting to see which path this beacon of democracy would choose.